got married in the backyard. I put new strings in my old guitar. The E was flat, the A it stayed sharp. I had no idea at all how happy it would make small, and how drunk you and I'd get before dark.
Call me out, tiger. Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher, above the clouds, won't you love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I wanna fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy, dress me down. I'm not that old yet, I'm far too young.
Oi! Hello everyone, good morning. I am getting into the car because I have my midwife appointment. It's technically supposed to be like my 36-week appointment, but I'm 35 weeks. Things got like a little jumbled there date-wise when we went on vacation. But yeah, so I'm going to my midwife appointment. I think this is my last appointment that was every 2 weeks, and now I'll be going next week as well. We shall see. But at this appointment, I definitely want to talk to them about my itchiness because it has come back and it seems to be kind of around my ankles and my hands and my belly, and that is really not a good indication, especially since my PUPS rash that I was having is completely gone, and it has been for weeks. That was like a very temporary thing. So I don't think I actually ever had PUPS, but I am still having itchiness. So I just want to go and make sure that everything is okay. So I'm going to ask them to check me for cholestasis of pregnancy. And the way they do that is they check your, I think, liver biles, and they do that through a blood test, just a simple blood test. So I'm going to ask them if they can do that for me just to make sure, because it is a very, it's commonly causes stillbirth. So I just want to make sure that everything is okay there. But yeah, so we're gonna go to my midwife appointment, and then I have some stuff I want to really get done around the house. But yeah, I am 35 weeks pregnant, almost 36. It's crazy. I have something in my eye if you guys are trying to figure out what I'm doing. I found this new podcast that I've really been enjoying, Birthful. It's been really interesting. So if you guys want a new podcast to follow, it's Birthful, and it's all about like birthing. And then there's also the Mom and Mind podcast. The Mom and Mind podcast is the one about like mental health and perinatal mood disorders and everything like that, which I also really suggest. I've got my lime and club soda, which has been like my go-to drink recently. Already took my prenatals this morning, and then I also just took my red raspberry leaf tea capsules. I found capsules, and they've just been so much easier than me making like tea every night, so I've been taking those instead. We'll see how they do. I'm still gonna incorporate the Earth Mama red raspberry tea, but I'm just gonna do it when I like start to increase the amount of red raspberry leaf that I take. Right now I'm just taking like the 2 capsules a day. But yeah, so that's that. Let's go to my midwife appointment because I'm gonna be late. Alrighty, midwife appointment is done. Woo. Midwife appointment is done. Baby is still head down. Nice and cozy in there. We don't do checks at my midwife's office until like definitely after 37 weeks. I can request one at 38 weeks, so we'll see then. But next week is my first weekly appointment, and I will be getting tested for the like group B strep. It's just something they test for. So I'm gonna get tested for that. It can vary per pregnancy. It really has nothing to do with like previous pregnancies, but I didn't have it with Cooper or Willow's pregnancy, so hopefully I don't have it with this pregnancy as well. And then that's an interesting thing that people don't really talk about. That's a nice swab of the lady bit and the butthole and everything in between. Just kind of they swab you down there. Yeah. She asked me actually if I wanted to get the sample myself, and I was like, I mean, I feel like I want to do it myself, but I feel like if I do it wrong, I'm just gonna be like, I don't mean to like force you to be all up in there, but I kind of don't trust myself doing it myself. I spoke to them about my itchiness, and my midwife agreed that because it was kind of coming onto my hands and to my ankles, we should probably just do the test for like the bile thingies. She said that because it takes forever for those tests to come back, that they'll just like go ahead and diagnose it as it is, just to be safe. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to be induced. I don't want to have an unnecessary induction. And because I had the itchiness with Cooper's pregnancy, I am a little bit more comfortable kind of waiting it out and seeing, and hopefully we got to it sooner so that like my test results can come back. But we'll see. If my itching gets like super severe, they're probably going to start to like monitor me a little bit more, just make sure the baby's okay and whatnot. And if my itchiness is crazy around like 37-ish weeks, I don't know, the conversation might change. But for right now, we're not going to do anything crazy because nothing crazy would be happening, whether I had cholestasis of pregnancy or not. Hi guys, so I'm home now. This is a complete and utter mess, but the reason it's a mess is because I have some decor pieces that are happening. As you can see, this is going to go here today. Super pumped about that. Got some stuff on the floor, but right now though, what we're going to do is take these 3 items, 2 and 3, and we are going to go. Let's talk postpartum care. I like to have a bin made. I feel like a bin is fabulous. So I've been looking for a bin that would fit in this little toilet thingy. I don't really know what you want to call it. And I am super funny because it actually is the exact same color, and it's like from the same line as these baskets. So it matches perfectly. I'm super happy about that. But for right now, it's going to hold all of my postpartum stuff. But then I also have this drawer that I cleaned out, and this just has my nipple butters, my reusable breast pads, and it also has Depends. So I have all the Depends here, and this is going to be this stuff that I just pulled. I'm just gonna take this box. I have 3 of these boxes. I ended up getting these ones, 100% leak and odor free, always radiant flex foam, zero feel, and they're like the in-between ones. So I have a bunch of those.
Misty mountains, dusty roads ahead, crossing rivers, dreaming of a bed from a window in the mighty clouds.
I want to put this in bed.
You want to wear it in bed?
Yeah.
Willa, can you show me? Willa, she wants to wear it in bed. She has a pad across her chest. Yeah? Okay.
Giving peace of mind to those of us who try. Try to make a way. I can hear you say, let the sun shine on the broken. Let the summer come again.
Okay, perfect. So I had a few extras left over, so I just kind of shoved them down there. I never have too many pads, but So I have all of these pads, and then I have my Frida, the bottle sprayer. So they usually give you like a water bottle, because when you give birth to a baby vaginally, you don't want to wipe down there and cause any irritation. So you usually rinse off that part of your body using like a little spritz bottle, like a little spray bottle, and then you pat dry, like very gently pat dry. Some people don't even pat dry, they just air dry. I heard really good reviews about this bottle, and the way that it's shaped is just a lot easier. So I ended up just buying one this time, and then I also got these like pad liners that go over these. So they're witch hazel, that's the main ingredient, and it's just good. It's like a cooling sensation for your lady bits. So that's what I have in my little postpartum kit right here. And then I also have, like I said before, I have the Depends up there. Those I'll use for the first few days, and then these I will switch to when my bleeding is like a lot less.
Let the force in, and I am above, I feel above.
Next thing that I wanted to do is I ordered this set from Amazon. Guys, it was I think like $15. I got these two boppy covers. They are pure white. One has this gorgeous like floral print, and this other one has this type of print. Super cute, nice and neutral. I love it, so nice. But I think I'm gonna actually end up putting this one on full time, just because I love like the floral print. Really nice. I'll link these for you if you guys are looking for some like inexpensive boppy covers that are just like super neutral. My handyman husband.
That's me.
I think it's gonna look really nice. And I feel like this room kind of needs a mirror, right? Like a guest room like has a mirror.
Should have a mirror. You see?
Apples. I don't know. Thanks, babe.
This is a really thin wall.
Alrighty, there you go. I think it looks perfect. Men, I tell ya. Oh my gosh, marriage is hilarious. But yeah, we got the mirror up finally. Only took 47 holes, but it's fine. Alrighty, so I feel really good about this. I like the fact that I have added a mirror to the guest room. I just feel like it needed a mirror to begin with, and it's going to look really pretty whether this is like going to be the baby's room forever or not. I like that I went with the black because like this room does have like some black accents to it. I like it. I think it looks really pretty. Very happy about it. It's been 2 days since I went to my appointment, right, and got tested for ICP. If you guys don't know what ICP is, or if I haven't mentioned it, and I don't even remember what I was talking about in the car after my midwife appointment, but it's called cholestasis of pregnancy. Basically, it's your, like the liver is not functioning properly, and it's causing an increase, I think, in liver bile. And that can be really dangerous for your baby and the placenta, and cause like the placenta to age, and it's a very like high cause of stillbirth. As you guys know, if you followed my channel at all, you know that I've always experienced this itchiness while pregnant, and it's always been so unique to me, I feel like, where it's just been, it's never been dry skin, it's always just been so severe. Like it's just been, I used to have literal panic attacks with Cooper's pregnancy. Dan would have to get me out of the house and walking because my skin was just so itchy getting out of the shower. I thought that it had started to go away a little bit there for a while, and in the past like week and a half it has just been gradually getting worse and worse. I've been trying to just ignore it, but it's not something I can ignore anymore. And I started to really get this gut feeling like something was wrong. And after talking to my midwife, and after talking to a lot of you on Instagram, these little feetsies are behind me right now. Bet you it's Willa. Yeah. Hi, sweet cheeks. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is more snacks.
What?
I want to eat more snacks there.
Oh, you want more snacks? And after talking to like quite a few of you on Instagram who have had ICP, it almost makes me nauseous. He did? That's so good.
No, didn't.
He didn't? Did you?
No, Teddy.
Oh. What happened to Teddy's belly? Teddy has a hernia. Mommy needs to fix it. Back to what I was saying. So, after speaking to a lot of you who have had ICP on Instagram, looking more, like diving deeper into it, it's just like, it makes me so panicked and so nauseous because I had this really badly also with Cooper, and to know that I was in such a dangerous territory when I was just like so blissfully unaware that my child could have died at any point during those final weeks of, like, thank God, guys, thank you Jesus for having my child come at 39 weeks. He came early, a week early. If my body did not go into spontaneous labor, what could have possibly happened? That has been like so heavily on my mind that I just am like, I've just been hugging Cooper because I'm like, oh my, like I'm just beside myself. I could have literally lost my child, you know? And then now let's talk about this pregnancy. I'm like, okay, I'm 35 weeks pregnant, right? Almost 36 weeks. What do I do? When you're checking for like a malfunctioning liver, you can check for like the bile, like the liver bile, and then you can do like a liver panel, and then you can do those two tests. Now the liver panel will come back faster, but it doesn't necessarily show anything. And then the liver bile test comes back like a long time. Like my midwife said, she was like, the only problem with this test, and which we did 2 days ago, is she's like, it's gonna take like 2 weeks to come back. She was like, it takes forever. And she's like, for some reason there's like 3 labs in the country that do this test, and it always just takes forever to get your results back. Now I don't know how accurate that is, but she's like, so she was like, we usually just go about it, if you really do have the symptoms for it, which you do, we just go about it as diagnosing you regardless. It's like, not only because it takes a long time, but because when the tests come back, it doesn't really even mean anything. She was like, if you really truly are exhibiting these symptoms, which you are, like, you can have your, I think it's like bile acids, or I don't think it, I have to find the correct terminology for you guys, but it's like liver bile, like it can come back at a certain amount, and then you can test 6 hours later and it could be like, go from like a 4 to like a 37. Like, she was like, so usually people have to test multiple times to finally get like a proper diagnosis and to catch that numerical value of what they're testing for to increase, which I was tested with Cooper, and I'm like, I was tested with Cooper, I probably had it, I just didn't test at the right time, you know? And something that I haven't mentioned yet, which is the biggest thing, is that I have to be induced in my 36th week of pregnancy. So I have to be induced next week. So I would be induced in between 36 and 0 days and 37 and 0 days pregnant. I would like to go as close as I can to 37 weeks. Did I say days? You know what I mean. 37 weeks, 36 and 37 weeks. I would like to go as close as I can to 37 weeks. So I would be induced, and while I have faith in my body that my body can handle it, it's extremely scary because I've only ever gone into spontaneous labor with my water breaking. But it's a harder decision when I don't have any like definitive test results where I can be like, I have to do everything on my gut. Everything is put onto my shoulders, and my gut instinct, I don't know what to do, and it's really hard. I'm gonna talk to my midwife today. There's medication that I would have to go on right away to help lower like my liver bile, levels, and that will help protect the baby. So I think I'm gonna go on that at least, definitely. But if I go on that, then they pretty much are just going to see me as a confirmed case of ICP. Then I would start like weekly monitoring and everything, and then I would be having this baby extremely soon. So I have no idea what is going to happen. My test results could come back and they could just show that I have ICP. They could come back and show that I don't have ICP, but then all I would be doing is getting retested again to see if I have it. Like it's just this very like up in the air, and I haven't wanted to talk about it for the past 2 days, and my itching's just getting worse and worse and worse. Every single night is just so much worse than it was before, and it's just making me like really scared. So if you could keep us in your prayers. And I was holding my breath and holding on to this baby and just trying to get through this pregnancy, and then here I am faced with like such a situation. I have to basically protect my baby from a stillbirth. I'm so happy to know about ICP and to be able to be in the position to like this time to actually be able to do something about it to better protect my child, but it's just like really scary still. Like very, very, very scary. So you could just keep us all in your prayers, and we're gonna update you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, I don't know, but that's it for this video, guys. That's it. I don't even know what to say. I love you all, and we'll see you in the next video.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be